Alrighty, Ashley, welcome back to Footy Nuffies, mate. First things first, where the bloody hell have you been?
Yeah.
Dunno? Anyway, we've been busy. Hey, Flagmantle, what's the only ship that hasn't docked in Fremantle?
Premiership?
Premiership. This could be the year, mate. I think we should just cancel the league, call it off, footy's over, Flagmantle, flag premiers. Freo premiers. Freo mantle. What is it? Flagmantle. Yeah, Fremantle. Anyway, they look good. They look real good. You worried about them? We've got them in a couple of weeks over there. Sneaky feelings. Sneaky, real sneaky. I reckon we could knock them off over there in 2 weeks.
I sort of think that too.
Just sneaky.
Because you know, then Wesley only started beat them.
Yeah, exactly. After round one. Hey, just really quickly, because we have missed a couple of episodes, we've been, went over to our cousin's 30th, and his good mates Jordan Dawson, who was there. Had hoped Jordan would have just taken it easy on the Cats last week, but that wasn't the case. But we've been flat out. What did we do? Oh, then I was away last week for work. Anyway, just did want to draw some attention to, and there's a lot of other podcasts that have already done it, but Neale Daniher, he's passing, and send our condolences to his family, friends, and everyone that knew him. He's been such a beacon of light and hope for the motor neuron disease community, and trying to fight and raise awareness and raise funds for a cure. So, just an incredible person, and can't say enough. There's obviously the beanies out there, the Fight M&D beanies, and they had the game there against Collingwood and Melbourne last week, which was, this week actually, it was on Monday, wasn't it? Long weekend, which was a spectacle, but a great spectacle. That was sad, but also, like I said, beacon of light who has done such incredible things. So we should all remember the great things and keep fighting towards a cure for MND, for those that are suffering. We should get into the episode though, mate, because by the time we load this one up, it's going to be Thursday night. What's the date today? The 11th of June, and the game would have already started, the Bulldogs and Adelaide. So we'll get through this one quick.
And one thing, the Bulldogs playing, I think they're 1930s Guernsey.
Oh, yeah, I like that one. Yeah, the heritage one, yeah. So, but anyway, we'll work through this because we got to get you got to get to bed, and Now on to the episode. Footy Nuffy news, or the Nuffy newsroom, mate. A gather round. They've just announced, the AFL, Andrew Dillon has just announced that gather round will be staying in Adelaide or South Australia until the end of 2029. So that'll be 27, 28, 29 gather round, and then they'll make another decision. Obviously by then Tasmania will be in there, which begs the question: how are they going to do gather round when Tasmania's in?
Because they'll have to be a bye.
A bye, exactly, which would be disappointing for a side. But anyway, that's interesting. Drop a note in the comments below. Would love to get your feelings, your thoughts on how they will do gather round in, is it 2028 when Tasmania come in? 2028 and 2029. How are they going to do it? Gather round. Has to be a bye.
The unlucky side.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have a. What do you do?
Well, Adelaide and Port Adelaide.
They can't, can they? No, they're the big draw cards. But hey, moving on. Tom McCartan, another concussion last week. Innocuous, wasn't super nasty, but just unfortunate. But he's had a history of them. Obviously, his brother Paddy has retired prematurely from AFL following a lot of concussions and symptoms post-concussions. Are you worried for Tom, or you think he'll be fine? He'll be back out there soon enough?
He should be fine, but...
Should be fine. You just never know, do you? Sometimes, like, who was the other one? Brayshaw? Angus Brayshaw from Melbourne. He had to retire. It's unfortunate. I know you had a bit of a head knock at school the other week, didn't you? You got the all clear from the doctors, but it's just an accident, isn't it? Tom Stewart, in fact, he had one late in the game last week against Adelaide, and so he'll be missing this week through concussion protocols. So it's just.
But he's had two in.
He has had a couple, hasn't he? Has he had two this year or one this year?
Two in about the space of.
Obviously yes, the grand final.
Two in the space of about 8.
9 months,
yeah,
almost 12 months. Yeah. I don't know. You just got to be so careful. Anyway, thoughts are with Tom, because he's a great backman. I love watching him play footy. Love the way he reads the play. Don't want to see blokes have to retire earlier than they should otherwise, My check, did you see that incident with him and Billy
No.
Frampton? It was nasty. Probably not worth rewatching. It was just an accident. Like, well,
So
I
it
can't say
was
it was an accident, but
teammate. Oh
no, they
yeah,
used to be.
Mychek's,
Used to
yeah.
be. But
But he's
Billy Frampton got him in the tackle, and it was like Mychek sort of tried to
duck.
duck it, not to draw a free kick. It looked like he was trying to duck to try and work his way out of the tackle. Didn't quite work that way, and Frampton sort of looked like he drove him into the ground. I'm sure he didn't. Mean to, but anyway, it didn't look great. Unfortunately for Mychek, I'm not sure how long he's going to be out with this, but he's had a fractured neck or like vertebrae in the neck. Anyway, nasty injury. He's okay, he's recovering. But Frampton initially got 3 weeks offered to him, went to the tribunal and fought it because, I think they were suggesting it was accidental. It wasn't.
So only 1 week is he still?
He's none. He's playing this week. Yeah, he got off. So, interesting. Interesting. I think there was a lot of disgruntled people that were thinking, why did Frampton even get offered 3 weeks initially, straight up? So, look, it's happened. Obviously, in retrospect or after the fact, the tribunal have heard the case and believe as well that it was accidental and it wasn't malicious, and he's off. So. That's good for Collingwood. We're going to talk about them in a moment. I'll pop them. Yeah, we're going to talk about them. They're a rabble. So Collingwood need all the help they can get. He's their premiership hero, Frampton, isn't he?
Mm.
Oh, Frampton. I think he had one touch in that grand final, but you know what? He will forever be an AFL premiership winner. Doesn't matter how many touches you get. Hall of Fame this week. Did you see that?
Yeah.
The one I'm super excited about is Gaz Jr. got promoted into the Hall of Fame, so he joins. I think there's only like 4 or 5 father sons that are in the Hall of Fame, and him and Gary Ablett Senior, his dad, are one of those 4 or 5 father sons.
You know another one? Nick Dacus and Peter Dacus could be.
Oh, one day, I don't know. Yeah, one day. Oh, I should know because I was reading the article there yesterday. I was thinking maybe Sergio Silvani and Steve, but I don't know if Sergio's in there. Steve probably is. But Dusty Fletcher was another one that was in there, 400 gamer for Essendon. His career was just unbelievable, just like the longevity. 2-time premiership winner in '93 with the Baby Bombers, and
Wasn't
then
he
2000.
40 years old when he died?
I think so, thereabouts. He got injured in his 400th game against Richmond, and he never come back. So that was a bit sad. But Gaz Jr., I mean, he has to be in the top 3 players I've ever seen play the game, and got to know him as well through church, which was awesome. So that was exciting. Tried not to fangirl him too much. I don't think he watches the podcast, so it's okay. But and the last thing about Nuffy news there, mate. Round 13 was the closest round of AFL ever, I believe. 6 games that were decided by single digits, under 10 points.
What was Friday night? Was that 6
Well, there
points?
was
Thursday night was 1. Oh, so there was 124 points.
Yeah, I know, which obviously
And then there was
skews it off. But
there was a 31 point.
yeah,
But
Saints and Sydney was close, and Bulldogs Hawks, you already said that was close, and
Who was it?
Port Adelaide West Coast was close. That was a
What
goal.
was Saints Sydney again?
2 points or 4 points. What was his name? Josh Sarong kicked that goal off his left foot.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Snapped
Yeah,
it.
2
That was
points.
unreal.
And then Carlton Essendon was close.
Carlton Essendon was close.
And
Yeah.
Melbourne
So,
and Collingwood.
yeah. So yeah, great round of footy, and just love footy for that reason. When they've got close games, you can, as a non-supporter, like even watching the Geelong Adelaide game. Yes, disappointed of Geelong Nuffy, but still a good game of footy and a good spectacle. And then that was the same for Hawthorn Bulldogs and Sydney Saints and all these other games. They were like, even Carlton Essendon, it was hard to watch at times with regards to skills and stuff. But the fact that it was so close was exciting. So, and shame for Essendon. I really thought they were in control of that game, weren't they? We watched it with Pa. He was a bit disappointed, but he was actually not as disappointed. Like, he was happy that they actually showed something. So that was good. Hey, let's move on to Under the Pump this week, Ashy. And this is the first time for 2026, but I had to do it. I've got concerns. Geelong Cats. I'm throwing them under. They've got a tough draw. They've got one of the toughest draws in there this season. In terms of when they looked at it at the start of the year. And Brisbane was right up there as well. But one of the toughest draws, they've dropped a couple now. The one against Carlton and the one against Port Adelaide concern me the most. You can put them down as Mulligans, which probably Chris Scott did, but they're important when you've got a tough draw. And then to lose to Adelaide, I didn't feel like we played our best footy.
I feel like we should have beat Adelaide. I think because I feel like Adelaide, they're actually sort of been easy to beat them.
Yeah.
Like they don't look like Geelong. Geelong, that's a really hard game on the road.
Yeah, when you come down the Cattery. Yeah.
Adelaide, I feel like it's a bit of an easy one.
Well, we'll talk about Jordan Dawson in a moment. I really felt like he was the difference anyway. But the concerns for me, like their forward 50 entries, and perhaps that was just, Carlton, now Adelaide, 2 in a row. Perhaps they come out tomorrow night against Gold Coast and they're just absolutely monster Gold Coast and, fix a few things up. But, they just couldn't get that connection inside 50. Shannon Neale was off. Jez Cameron was off. I don't know. Any concerns? It's a long season. Wait and see. Well, if anyone from Geelong's watching, perhaps if they see that they're under the pump on Footy Nuffies this week, it might just really get them to pull their finger out.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Anyway, hey, the Suns as well, mate. Ironically, Geelong and Suns are playing tomorrow night. So I've got some concerns about the Suns. They haven't really taken a scalp.
Away from home.
Yeah, well, away from home. And they lost at home last week. So that also means, I think if we go back to episode 4 or 3 of season 2, I've got 35k to run at some point. So had a little niggly Achilles. So let me just get over that over the next few weeks and then book me in for 35 one Sunday down here in Geelong. I'll suffer through that thanks to the Suns losing to Brisbane last week. No, I've got some concerns. Their record away from home is not good, but the losses are mounting. It just... What's going on with them? Like, at the start of the season, they were just unbelievable. Petrarca...
I think they were supposed to be like 7-0, but
yes.
they dropped a couple of those games against Melbourne at the MCG.
Yep, didn't see him losing that.
And then
even like Matty Rowell has seemed a bit off this year. Noah Anderson's been a bit off this year. Who's the other bloke in the midfield? Took Miller. I don't know. Anyway, I shouldn't say Took Miller's young, but in general, the side is still reasonably young. But then I don't know. Like, it's not like John Noble and there's a couple others there that they're not super young, are they? But anyway. Is Ben King... Here's a good question for you. Is Ben King going to stay at the Suns next year? I think he's out of contract and he's a free agent. Or do you reckon he goes back to Melbourne? He's originally from Melbourne. Him and what's his brother's name? Max King, yeah. He can't get on the park, can he? Ben King, is he staying or going? Staying?
But Gold Coast, they'll figure out a way to make him stay.
Oh, yeah, they'll shell out the dollars, won't they? Hey, last one for Under the Pump, and then we'll just keep pressing on, mate. Collingwood, toast. Now, we might have put a line through them earlier on in the season, did we? It's definitely a double line. Let's do double line. Let's just keep putting lines. They're cooked, mate. And we talked about early in the season, we talked about...
So, like, that Hawthorn game, they had a draw. That is horrible for Hawthorn.
Yeah. Play Pendlebury. Like, we spoke about this, and so I suppose we don't really want to harp on about it, do we? But we did say, like, are they focusing on these big milestones as opposed to actually focusing on winning a premiership? And
they nearly lost to West Coast.
Oh, geez, that would have been sweet, wouldn't it? But don't get me wrong, nothing away from Pendlebury. The milestone was incredible, but a close game against Sydney, close game against Hawthorn. Those 2 wins would have been pretty favourable. Because right now they're sitting 11th on the ladder, and they're not looking good. I wouldn't even worry about them for a premiership chance. But toast?
Yeah.
Toast. Hey, highlights, mate. Let's because we're doing well this episode. This is good. Highlights. Logan Morris. He's a freak. He kicked like 7 goals 4 or 7 goals 5. He was unbelievable. He got the is it the Ashcroft medal? Is it 2 names or just the Ashcroft medal? Marcus Ashcroft.
Yeah, something like that.
Named after Will and
Levi's
dad. But yeah, Logan Morris. He's gone. I saw a statistic. Most goals from a player after 57 games. I don't know if it was AFL and VFL or if it was from like the last 25 years or something, because I'm sure John Coleman would have had more goals from his first 57 games. But regardless of that, most goals from 57 games, and it had Buddy Franklin, I think, was at the top with like 137.
Jeremy Cameron, he would have been up there.
Yeah, he was like 5th or something, I think.
Like 125 or something.
No.
Really?
There was someone else. Might have been Brendan Favola, and then he was third. Logan Morris on 101 or something, or 105, and then Tom Hawkins was there as well. He was 87 or something after 57 games. But Hawkins really, he's last like 7 or 8 years, minus the last season. That was when he kicked a lot of goals after he turned 30.
And then
His first few years he really battled, whereas Logan Morris is just
straight into it.
he's a freak. Jordan Dawson, you had a few words to Jordan there at Maddie's party a couple of weeks ago. It didn't seem to slow him down because he was really the difference against Geelong, wasn't he?
I think next time, because he asked me what team I go for, and I said Cats. Next time we're just going to say Adelaide.
Yeah, he would have loved that, wouldn't he? Yeah, must have fired him. I think you fired him up. He kicked 3 goals, didn't he, in the end? Did you watch the game? Did you? Or
Half of it.
half of it? Man, he kicked like 2 from outside 50. And just settle down.
I think I heard one of his marks got one hand and he didn't even know he marked it.
Yeah. He was good. Freo, we talked about them at the top of the episode. So 12 in a row, Freo. Their only losses come against the Cats, and they were up by like 6 or 7 goals early in that game.
That's so promising.
Yeah, like they probably should have won that. So really, be 13-0. But I don't know if anyone can stop them. 120 points against North Melbourne. So North Melbourne sold that game, I think, to Western Australia.
I know. And that's it. And then you get
and they've sold the one this week as well.
West Coast.
To West Coast.
So
They're playing at Optus.
That's the second time they're playing West Coast at Optus.
And West Coast should have won that one last time, but they lost.
What, last time at Optus?
Yeah, against
They
North.
won.
Oh, did they?
They came back.
North Melbourne should have won it, yeah, because they were miles up front, weren't they? Anyway, Freo, yeah, they're going to be hard to beat. It's halfway through the season. Drop us a comment in the comments below. Who's your flag favourite now? I think at the start of the year, what did you say? Adelaide? Who did I say? Brisbane or Sydney or someone?
Sydney.
I might have said Sydney because they're soft to draw. But Fremantle, that surprised me. Bulldogs, they were done for all money last week against Hawthorn, and I think the Wizard said he got interviewed at half time, and he about Will Selwood or Michael Selwood, I think his name is.
Yeah,
He said something like, if you can walk the walk, can you talk the talk or something? Anyway, Wizard, he had a big first half. Second half, he did his best trick of the day. He disappeared. He went missing. And then, as it was, the Dogs got up and got the win. I don't care though, because I love that. I think you've got to have characters in the game, don't you? You've got to have blokes that talk a bit of cheek and it didn't work out for the Wizard. In fact, it blew up in his face. I still think we need characters in the game. So that was funny. But the Dogs, they're back. They are right back. They're sitting top 6, I think now.
Yeah, top 5.
Getting some players back from injury. They are back. So.
And they've got the game tonight, so we'll check the scores.
We'll check the scores. Yeah, they should win. Marvel against Adelaide. Let's have a look at the round 14, mate. Let's get into it. Dogs and Crows.
Yep. So I have got the Dogs by 10 points.
Oh, I'm going to go the Crows by 16. I think.
The Crows.
Dogs. Sorry, Dogs. Thank you, mate. Dogs. No, I think the Crows are. I think they might be a little bit cooked this week. Thilthorpe's back from suspension, but then who's the other bloke gone? Tex. He's out with suspension, so we'll see. Hey, Cats and Suns next on.
I'll go the Cats by 32.
Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, go the Cats by 35. They need to bounce back. Suns probably need to bounce back too, so let's wait and see. D's and Bombers, they're wearing a special Guernsey for Neale Daniher, which is nice. Just got both of them. I think it's got ND, Neale Daniher in there. Who you got though?
The D's.
Oh, have to be the D's.
The
hey,
D's.
I reckon if we could vote for the coach of the season halfway through the year, who would you have?
Coach of the season, like in what sort of way?
No, just who you think's been the coach of the season so far. I'd be saying Stephen King.
Really?
I think what he's done with that list is unbelievable. I didn't think that. Like they're travelling so well. Anyway.
That is
D's by 55.
Josh Fraser too.
Fraser the saviour, yeah, but he's only had 4 weeks, but he's on fire.
We'll check back in maybe that round 24 or something.
Exactly.
See same answers. So I'll go to the D's by 49 points.
49. Roos and Eagles over there, by the way. Keep that in mind. Roos and Eagles over there.
I'll go the Roos by 7 points.
They got to bounce back, don't they? Actually, yeah, Jimby's out. He's done his quad. He could be out for like 10 to 12 weeks. Yeah, put me in the Roos by 8 points. Power and Swans.
I'm going to go to Swans by 32.
Yeah, Swannies by 35. I reckon the Power's just about cooked this year. Not much left in there. Tanks, although it's halfway through the year. Hey, Tigers and the Lions. Oh, golly.
The Lions by 85.
Yeah, Lions by 62. And the Saints and the Giants. Now, this one cost us a bit of running last time, didn't it? Not going to bet on this one.
So this time we'll go on the Saints. Even though I think they're favourites, so I'll just go.
Yeah.
I'll go with the Saints by 2 points.
2 points. Yeah, I think the Saints, although the Giants really need to start. They've actually shown a bit, haven't they, the last?
But they need to start getting that rhythm more.
Yeah. Anyway, Saints for me as well. 15 points. Mate, that'll do us. Footy, we were back under nines, back on the winners list last week, which is good after a couple of close losses. So that's good. And we've got another big game this week. We've got the fixture out now, and there's no easy games really, is there? That's good. You want them to be tough. That'll do us for, I think it's episode 14. We missed a couple of weeks there, but episode 14. Have a great weekend. Behave yourself and enjoy the footy. May your team win, except the Suns.
Right.
See you next week.